What is going on, you all? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who are new here, my name is Erin, aka the Esperanza Maria. And if you're coming over from another video, hey girl, welcome back. Happy to have you here. So finally I'm back. It is the new year. It's been a couple of months and I know I've gotten a couple of messages, questions, comments about, girl, where you been at? And why'd you leave us? And I even had someone come up to me and say, I miss your videos. And I have missed YouTube too, y'all, so much. Like, I think for me, the past couple of months, like the end of 2022 really hit me hard. And when I say it hit me hard, like I felt so burnt out. I felt like I couldn't put the effort and the energy into the videos that I wanted to create, because I want my content to I don't know, speak to you. So 2023, I really want to focus on balance and have like really good balance with work stuff and like taking on projects that really excite me, so that I'm not just taking on things just to take them on and not having time to create the content that I really want to create for y'all, for Instagram, for TikTok, for Pinterest. Like, I want to be able to create content that speaks to me as well. That's kind of where things have been for the past couple of months. I've just really been like trying to figure out what direction I want to go in, how I want to handle coming back to YouTube, how I want to handle like just making my content the way that I want it to look. Now, I know so many of you are wondering like, what have you been doing? What's been going on? If you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on TikTok, then you probably have seen, you know, things going on and like little snippets of my life. So if you don't follow me, everything's right here. Make sure that you do. But just to fill you all in on what's been going on, I feel like in the last couple of months, I've been able to spend time with my girlfriend and like us really do some fun things that have fed our souls and go on some fun dates. I've really been able to connect with my friends and go to different events with them, which has been really nice. And I've just really enjoyed like meeting people who are also in this industry and also in this world, who understand like that I need to stand still and take 50 million pictures. And just like really connecting with them, you know, besides the fact that we're all in this industry, it's really great to have them as real friends. I've been on some amazing trips. I've been able to get paid to travel, which was one of my dreams. So it's crazy that I'm here and I'm in this space now where I get to live out so many of my dreams. Okay, so now that you guys have had a little bit of a recap of what's going on, or what has been going on for the last couple of months, I really want to talk about like more goals and things that we have going on in 2023 and really tell you guys about what I wrote down in my journal. Something that I feel like for me, that I'm sure a lot of people experience this as well, is like I want to do certain things and then I try to execute them and it doesn't come out the way that I want to, or I just feel stupid or whatever. So we're putting that to rest, and I'm going to share a few things that I feel like I want 2023 to look like. I already shared some things, but we're like getting really specific in here. Reinvest in a new therapist. If you haven't been to therapy, I 20 out of 10 recommend. And I was in therapy in 2020 while we were knee deep in the panty, and I had a really great therapist. I found her on therapyforblackgirls.com, and it was the most amazing experience. But in 2021 and in 2022, when I moved back home to the DMV area, I didn't reinvest in a new therapist. And mentally, the past couple of months, I don't know, and just in the last 2 years or so, like I haven't been able to get a hold on my mental in a lot of ways. I feel like it's been a little bit out of my control. So with 2023, like one of my main mental health goals is to just really invest in a therapist that feels good to me. I think the process of finding a therapist is what's so daunting to me, because you have to do so much searching. Sometimes they don't work out, and that's scary too, because you're sharing so much of your life with another person, and then if they don't work out, or you feel judged, or whatever the case may be, like that's a scary feeling. And you know, it's just a lot to like really grapple with and a lot to take on. So I think that's why it's been a little bit daunting, but this is the year where we are moving past all of that and really like jumping into the things that we've put off, and yeah, just diving into things that maybe make us feel scared. A career goal, I think I'm just gonna share one of each. Maybe I'll do that. I'll share one of each. A career goal that I have is to find another stream of income, and of course grow on all my platforms that I already have. But I really want to find a way to, even if I don't do that in the beginning of the year, I want to start finding new ways to create income from, I feel like I still want it to like stem from this job, but I just want to find another stream of income that's not just taking on campaigns. So I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. I haven't really planned that out. I think the thing for me is like with my goals this year, I want to set my goals, but I also want to have a plan of action. So I haven't set out my plan of action for that one yet, but that's okay. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself about that. I just know for sure that that's something that I really want to dive into, is having another stream of income. So we did personal / mental and career. For my wellness goals, now obviously mental health is a part of like wellness, but I put that as a personal goal because finding a therapist I feel like is something that's just like very deeply personal. So for my wellness, I focused mostly on physical wellness for this one. So a really big thing for me is balance. I want to go for the 80-20 this year and not overindulge in things that I know like are not the best for my body, but not deprive myself either. You know, like I like to eat healthy. Like I think healthy food is good. You know, I've always kind of been someone who has enjoyed like greens and all that kind of stuff. So eating healthy is not necessarily my issue always. It's like all the additives. Like I love sauce, I love sugar, I love, you know, sweets and all that kind of stuff, and also overeating or just like eating because I'm bored, or binge eating even. So these are all things that like I really want to find balance with and just develop a good routine that feels good to me, that feels sustainable. I think the past 2 years I've been on a wellness journey, I've been on a fitness journey, and if you've been following me or you've watched my other videos, you've probably seen me go through this journey, but I've been in such a rush just to lose the weight. Right now, when we came back, because Ash and I were visiting with her family and we went to Disney, which was really fun. But when we came back from the holidays, I was 170 pounds. Now, for me, that is the largest that I've been weight-wise. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm 5'3", so like normal weight for me is like I think between 135 and 140. But that's based on like typical BMI type stuff, you know. I'm not necessarily going off that. I want to go off of like what I feel, like where I feel good and when I feel good. And for me, like 145 feels really good for me. 150 even like feels really good for me. And the past year I've been kind of like in 2021 I was probably like bouncing up and down between like 157 and like 160, and then in 2022 it was like 160 to like 166, and like then, you know, just kind of bouncing in between those. So like this is the heaviest that I've been, and it feels uncomfortable to me. When I look in the mirror, I don't love my body, you know, and I struggle, you know, to say that because 170 to someone else who is a different height, or, you know, is living a different lifestyle or whatever, that might be their goal. And I don't want to make anyone feel like that's just the worst weight to be or whatever the case may be, because that's not the case. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to like put anybody down or anything like that. For me personally, what makes me feel comfortable and what makes me feel happy and what makes me feel healthy, and like it's not even just like, oh my gosh, like I've gained some weight and like I look like just how I look. It's like how I feel. Like, why am I getting out of breath, like walking up a flight of steps? And like, you know, why am I going out of the way to like eat a whole big bag of chips or a whole big bag of popcorn or whatever the case may be, you know? So I think for me, like the main thing with this is like, again, just sticking with that 80-20. I still want to be able to have things that I love. I still want to be able to enjoy things that I love, but I don't need to enjoy them all the time. Because, and this is something my trainer has like really instilled in me, it's like, it's always going to be there. And you can go back once I've like gotten to a place where I feel comfortable and I'm maintaining what I feel like I've worked really hard to, where I have worked really hard to be, then I can indulge in those things every now and then, you know, but I don't need to indulge in them all the time. So that's the main thing for me. Wellness wise, financially, I really want to be less frivolous with my money. Like sometimes when I'm out or whatever, or just like, I don't know, when it comes to spending period, sometimes, and I have gotten this way because I did not used to be this way, I have not always been a person who has been in a relatively financially stable place, but I will just be like, oh yeah, that's, you know, something ridiculous, and that's $20 for something that I could get for like $5. Sure, whatever, for convenience, I'll just get like paid the $20, you know, instead of going the extra step to like get it at $5. And that's just an example, but I just want to be less frivolous with my money, and I really want to just pay more attention, be more intentional across the board, but financially, that's something that I really want to make sure that I am paying attention to. I want to make sure that I'm not just throwing money out. I even went through, before the year was over in 2022, I went through my subscriptions. If you haven't gone through your subscriptions, baby girl, that little $5.29 that Apple is charging, okay, it adds up, okay, because it comes out every month or every year or whatever. Go through your subscriptions, see what you're not using, and get rid of it. So that's what I did, and I felt really good about it. I was paying monthly for something that was like $16.99. For what? For what? I didn't even really use the app that much. So, gone. So stuff like that, that's what I'm talking about. Just like being less frivolous with my money. And like, girl, I'm trying to hang on to my bags. I'm trying to create large bags, you know? Like, that's another thing where I feel like it's like, clothes will always be there, material things will always be there, but why do I feel like I need to have it now? Like, why do I need to get it right this second? Now I did just make a really exciting purchase that I'll talk to you guys about in another video, but it was because there was a price increase happening, and it was a pretty significant price increase, so I snatched it up before that happened. But I'm gonna talk to you about that in another video. But that was in 2022. We're in 2023 now. No frivolous purchases. I think I set for January just like no impulse purchases. Like, I'm not gonna go spend $2,000 on something just because. So that's the main thing. I do want a new couch though, but that's been something that I've been talking about for like 5 months. I just haven't found the right one. So we see what we're going with this. And last but not least is relationships. So Ash and I set some really good relationship goals for each other, and like what we want for our relationship. And the main thing, obviously I'm not going to share all that kind of stuff because it's a little bit more personal, but something that I have seen, you know, just across different social media platforms is like continue dating each other. And I think that's really beautiful to just like continue treating it like it's, you know, the honeymoon stage or whatever, like doing small cute things, leaving little notes, flowers, going on dates like out and stuff like that. So continue just dating each other, and you know, other personal things, but that's like one of the main things that I'm comfortable sharing with you guys. So yeah, those are the different categories that I had. So we went over personal, career, wellness, financial, and relationship, and that's really all I set for this year, just because I feel like in the past also I've set like a million goals, and then I feel like a failure when I don't get them all done. So that's what hopefully 2023 will look like for me. The main thing is just like taking small steps each day to get towards the big goals. That's what I'm trying to focus on, and just like really take my time with things, not put too much pressure on myself, and just feel really good about all the things. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It went a little bit longer than I anticipated. I thought it was only gonna be like a 10-minute video, but here we are. But make sure that you are subscribed. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media platforms, and I will see y'all in the next video.